Yo, yo, yo. What up? Sorry, the starting soon screen was up there for about a minute. Apologies. Maybe not that long, but close to it probably. Hope everybody's doing well, man. Hope you had a great weekend. It's Monday. I know. Usually a bummer for most people, but I hope not. I hope that it's a great Monday for everybody, and hopefully us being here will provide you some relief from whatever Mondays usually bring your way that make it a bit more, of a daunting look than what the weekend brings your way. So we're here, baby. We're gonna have a good day. We're gonna jump into video gaming news this morning as we usually do. To begin with, so we'll find out what's going on in the industry, stay current on what's happening, and talk about what we can find here to stay current, and then we will play. This should be day 5 of Nightingale. Cool. So that's our plan. That's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a great day. Let's go ahead and dive into it, man. Let's go. Talked about this yesterday. Suicide Squad has failed to meet Warner Brothers' expectations. You saw that coming. Yeah. Some strong beef, brother. What's going on, dude? Did you get everything done? You get everything taken care of with that water heater, dude? Pokemon Presents. Yeah, they should probably just showcase a bunch of pals in that, right? Yeah, we've already talked about that. We know that's what this is new news. Come on, man. This was talked about like a week and a half ago. We know that. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, dude. It's never as seamless as you think it's going to be, right? It always takes longer than you think it's going to take. There's always it almost always goes that way, correct? There's usually something involved that you're not expecting. It takes longer than you think it's going to take. That's always the case, man. You just I'm sure you know. You just got to prepare for that fact, It sucks. It sucks. Let's just pull this up real quick. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. This is a game that my kids played. I watched my kids play this game a number of years ago, and they loved it. Yeah, dude, plumbing. Plumbing's not fun, dude. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, give me electrical any day. You know what I mean? Bro, I'll take electrical. Let's go. Yeah. Dude, plumbing can get wrecked. Not a big fan. But Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. This is coming in a remake. The original was very good. I'm guessing the remake will be good too. We'll pull it up and find out when it's releasing exactly so people can be aware. Uh-oh. We got some copium. We got some copium for soup. And GTA 6 leaks. Yeah, we've already talked about the Age of Empires mobile game coming later this year. We talked about it. We've already talked about this as well. EA laying off a number of staff after shuttering 2 of their mobile games. Yep. Rebirth's release date is the 29th. Game's looking like a banger, man. It really is. Can't wait for it to hit PC. Well, they're showing. Yeah, I mean, it was probably just a very poorly stated. The leaks include GTA 6 leaks include a new mini game. and 2024 trailer. I didn't take away that it was going to be a mini game, but the leaks include a new mini game for the GTA 6. Yeah. Do I recall this correctly? The exclusivity period for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is only 3 months, right? It's only a 3-month exclusivity period for PlayStation. So, again, we're not talking about necessarily a first-party proprietary title. It's just Square has a contract with PlayStation for this title to be exclusive for them initially, right? So, but I think it's only 3 months. It's only a 3-month exclusivity period, I think. So the chance of us getting this on PC in the not too distant future is there. Now, the issue on the flip side of that is how well will Square do on porting this to PC? Because Square is not traditionally great at their PC ports. Hopefully it'll be good, but if the previous iteration, Final Fantasy VII Remake, is any indicator, there will be issues with the PC port, unfortunately. I hope not, but history will tell us that there will be. I was just ripping on this game. What a weird name. Bravely Default. Triangle Strategy. Some weird names, dude. But apparently Bravely Default producer is teasing an announcement later this year. Okay. Once we get that announcement, we'll dive into it. Will AI solve the problems of the video gaming industry? No. It can help with development in some ways. I do believe that. It's going to probably create more issues, honestly, in many ways. There is the potential for more immersion and stuff, but as far as the video gaming industry is concerned, it's not going to solve problems. It's going to be taking companies are going to be relying too heavily on it to replace people, use it in unethical ways. It's going to create issues. Wrath, Aeon of Ruin released it. Gameplay, story, and trailer. Let's take a look at that. This is a weird title to me. The problem with Xbox is that you don't need an Xbox. Why is that a problem? Why is that a problem? This was just an inevitable, pivot. I'm sounding soft and quiet, am I? Maybe my mic's just not too far away or something. I don't know. Let's try to get this bad boy up in here. Let's do it like this. See how that is. See how that works. Is that better? I might just be quiet this morning. I'm just quiet. Interesting. Try to crank it up a little bit then. Oh, no, that's weird. Weird, man. Try that. See how that sounds. Is that better? Is that? It might have been mic placement. Might have been. I don't know. I haven't adjusted the volume. That's a bit louder. Does it need to go higher? I can take it up a little bit more. I might need to take a look at my, let me see something real quick. Un momento. Yeah, okay. Let me see here. That's not what I want. See this? No, that's not what I want either. Could you knock it? Come on. Come on, man. Oh, that's kind of weird. Let me try something here. Now that's probably quite a bit higher now, right? Quite a bit higher. Pretty high there. Yeah. Much better. Yeah. Something got wonky with just my Windows levels. Is that still too high? Let me do something real quick. I'm going to pull down my mic in OBS just a little bit again. Let's go right there. Let's go right there. Is that too high? Is it too high? Am I like blasting? We'll get into the news. Yeah, something happened with my my levels in Windows. I hadn't adjusted those, but they got turned down quite a bit. I don't know how. Weird. Should be sounding like. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. Well, we'll stick with that then, man. Let's stick with that. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah. I had some people telling me here lately that maybe I sounded a little bit soft and stuff, and I was like, what the crap's going on? Because I hadn't been, my OBS was still the same as it always was. And I hadn't messed with any of my other settings like in my OS or anything. But sure enough, dude, I just went and took a look at Windows, and my my mic volume was like way down. I don't know how that even happened. I didn't do it. So kind of odd. But hopefully that's better, man. We'll rock with that, and we'll just address as we need to move forward and see how everybody feels about it. So hopefully that's better. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, man. So let's do this then. Let's keep going here. Let's see. I like this song. Yeah, what I was talking about with this whole Xbox thing was obviously I think this is an easier thing. Other program messing with sound settings. Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, quite possibly. Could have been a Windows update too, where sometimes I've seen Windows updates just default settings like that back to what their default settings are instead of what you've set them at and stuff, Gotta love it, dude. That's probably one of the first things I should have gone and looked at, though, whenever people were like, dude, you're sounding a little bit soft, But well, at least we got it figured out a little bit. Hopefully that'll keep us moving in the right direction there. Let's pull this down. Let's see if we can get that mic out of the camera a little bit. See if that'll still play, still sound okay there. Hopefully. So problem with Xbox, you don't need an Xbox. I don't see that as a problem. I think this was a smart play by Microsoft and Xbox. Again, I don't think a lot of people understand the background of the business side of what Xbox has had to deal with for such a long time of competing in this market with the other players, right? So the issues of them not selling as much hardware, the hardware they sell not making them really any money, there's a lot of stuff like that. And to be fair, they're all about services, right? So services, getting people into the services no matter what platform you're on, getting people to play their games no matter what platform you're on. This was almost an inevitable thing for me. So I don't see this as a bad thing. I think this is a smarter pivot by Xbox. I don't necessarily expect to see PlayStation or Nintendo headed this way anytime soon, if at all. But if from Xbox's standpoint, it made sense. Dark Forces Remaster release date. We'll take a look at that. Yeah. Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster. Love that game back in the day. Yeah. We'll pull it up, dude. Yeah. Suicide Squad sucked. We all know that. We called that one. Pretty easy there. GameStop's got a huge sale going on right now. If you're interested, you can take a look at that. I won't, but you guys can take a look at it if you want. Not everybody will have access to that store and everything, so. Steam players have just hours to grab an epic open world adventure completely free. What is this? Oh, Dying Light 2. It's not to get it for free. It's to play it for free for a little bit. That's it. And we've already talked about this. I'm not gonna stick in this, dude. Shut up. Yeah. So basically, over this past weekend, it was a Dying Light 2 free trial weekend. So if you could have played the game for free on PC, that's what it was. But today's the last day, so you can still take advantage of it. But it's only a free trial. Now, if you play the game and it's unlimited, you can basically just play it as much as you want, progress as much as you want, experience everything that you can get through. And if you decide that you want to buy the game, it came along with a big update that included implementing guns into the game and things like that. If you want to, if you decide you like the game enough to buy it, then your progression stays, right? So that's cool. But we've already talked about it. That's basically your TLDR. That's what you need to know. I'm not going to dive into it anymore. We've already talked about it. Ultra rare Game Boy Advance favorite coming to PlayStation and Switch. We'll take a look at that. Mew, 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 mew. Is Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox? Maybe. It's not a no right now. We've talked about that too. But it's not something that they're like, yeah, it's on its way. They haven't said that either. Lego Fortnite leaks claim user created maps are coming. That's not official, but wouldn't be surprised with that. Again, look, man, we keep getting these articles, right? We keep getting these articles of WB saying Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League is falling short of their expectations. Here's what people need to know. This is what WB is doing with all their games now. This game as a service implementation, they want to make all their games live service games riddled with monetization. It's not as much of a aim at creating great content as it is trying to make something that they're going to bait people into buying on the premise of it being a long-standing game with a community around it. But you can see how well they did with Suicide Squad, right? So, unfortunately for everybody that's a fan of these universes and franchises that WB has under their belt, under their thumb, if you will, you know, it's a daunting look at what you probably have coming your way from them in those franchises in video game form. All right, one moment. Newly claiming Genshin. This is MiHoYo, right? That's Genshin. Their next game is Starry Sky Valley. Starry Sky Valley. We'll take a look and see what that might have for us. Minimum bow wow. Minimum bow wow. Do Final Fantasy VII Remake saves transfer to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? I mean, you would expect them to, right? It's a trilogy. You want that to like, but I also, you know, it depends on how they're implementing it. Pokemon Squishmallow plush is leaked ahead of the official reveal. Ho ho! Dude, give me that flippin' Gengar right there and that Snorlax. Beep boo doo, beep boo doo. Everybody's loving Helldivers too, man. For reals. I've been pretty close a couple times to just swooping it up and giving it a shot. Dude, I saw a really dope video yesterday where a dude like has like a light machine gun, and he like dives in the snow and he's laying on his side and he's still just shooting, laying on his side. Like he just like dove out of the way of something. He's got like a light machine gun, and dude, he just starts like plowing away while he's laying on his side. And after he wipes out like a bunch of these insects, he just like gets up and starts running again. I was like, God, that was some pretty good, pretty good action right there. It looked pretty dope. Most of the time in games, you know, you don't have that ability in like a loot and like, you know, a third-person shooter or whatever to just like have your dodge mechanic or whatever also be integrated with your attack mechanic. You know, it was cool to see that. Like in the middle of the dodge mechanic, you're just, you know, before you get up, you can just start firing laying on your side. It was really dope looking, dude. It was really cool. I think the thing that worries me about it is like, I don't know how much I would like it because it doesn't feel like there's like, to me, the kind of progression in that game that I would really want. So I would be worried about that just from my own perspective. Yeah. I hadn't seen any. I haven't seen a ton of the gameplay. Yeah, I haven't seen a ton of the gameplay yet. I just watched a really little bit of it whenever it first came out to see how people were dealing with the performance issues and stuff that were being reported, and I hadn't seen anybody do that kind of thing. All I would see would people would like dodge and then immediately get right back up and start running and stuff. Dodge, get back up and run. I hadn't seen anybody do like a dodge and then just like in the middle of, before getting, you know, back up on your feet and stuff, just like pull out the gun and just start going nuts. It was really cool looking, man. It's a really cool detail of, you know, a mechanic to be implemented into that game. That's really, really neat. I was really impressed. We'll go one more page here. Pacific Drive. Is it? I didn't think it was early access. Is it early access? No. Nope. Mm-mm. Not early access. It's a full release game. Yep. Yeah, early access is on, you know, so many games. You're absolutely right. Yep. Now, that obviously does not mean that that game won't evolve and incorporate more content and stuff, right? But they did feel, I think, confident enough in what the game was bringing to the table in the first place that they didn't need to put it in early access, right? And rightfully so. I think that people have enjoyed it. They're good with the amount of content that's there right now. It feels, I think, pretty complete to most people. So that was a smart play, in my opinion. Last Epoch's one I would really like to play too. That'd be cool. Yep. Yeah. That's been the thing that I've noticed a lot too, has been the biggest issue for the game itself, has been basically server stuff, right? So yeah, and that's why people have been leaving themselves logged in, is to avoid the server issues. So from the get-go, you basically couldn't even queue up with randos. When the game initially released, you basically were going to have a really, really tough time even getting into matches with randos. If you had friends that were playing the game, it was easier. It was easier to get into games with friends. But rando queues were terrible. Like, basically, literally very, very, very hard to get into. And then even with that, queue times have been, you know, pretty brutal. People staying logged in. Yeah, we've seen a bunch of stuff about that. So, I mean, outside of that, and we just saw yesterday they had raised the server capacity of players to what, 700,000, I think, something like that, because it's overloaded. They're trying to raise server capacities and stuff because there's a lot of people playing the game, man, you know. And it seems like more and more and more, actually, which good for them, dude. Good for them. I think that it's a good look. They're making a quality product and benefiting from that, and that's good. But man, it's brutal for people to really want to play a quality game and not be able to experience it on the constant because of things like server issues, right? That's definitely something that we've seen a lot of, for sure. That's not a rarity in our gaming industry nowadays, for sure. Yeah, there's a Nier Automata sequel being teased. Speculations are rife. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Yeah, friends invited you to bypass the queue. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Oh my god, dude. Good stretch, man. Good stretch. All right, these will be our articles for the day, dude. Let's get in here and take a look. Let's see what we got. Then we'll go play some Nightingale. Ultra rare Game Boy Advance favorite coming to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. During the Game Boy Advance era, it was easy for some great games to slip through the cracks, going largely unnoticed. The Switch system saw a metric ton of games released during its time on the market. Excuse me, the Nintendo Game Boy Advance system saw a metric ton of games released during its time on the market. From unique original games like Boktai and Drill Dozer to remakes of Super Nintendo favorites like Super Mario World and Final Fantasy VI. As a result, some games struggled to find an audience even when released by a major publisher. Ninja 5-0 was one example, as the game received great reviews but failed to sell well. Ninja 5-0 was released in 2003, and over the last 21 years, the game has become an absolute rare, one of the absolute rarest on Game Boy Advance. As of this writing, eBay listings for boxed copies of Ninja 5-0 can be found for $1,000. And even much more when graded, while loose copies have auctions with bids exceeding $250. Thankfully, a lot more players will soon have a chance to experience Ninja 5-0, as Limited Run Games will be bringing it to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. The game will receive both digital and physical releases, and a trailer can be found in the tweet embedded below. Cool, man. Ninja 5-0 is a 2D action platformer where players take on the role of protagonist Joe Asugi, as the ninja players must rescue hostages from a group of terrorists. While published by Konami, the game was developed by Hudson Soft, team best known for its work on franchises like Bomberman. Yeah, Limited Run Games, obviously their version of Ninja 5-0 will arrive on modern platforms thanks to the company's Carbon engine. It's a development tool created by the publisher specifically for the creation of highly accurate emulation-based ports of classic games. Yep. Limited Run Games, if you're not familiar, they do a lot of this kind of stuff. I'll pull up their Limited Run. Where are they at? Boom. I didn't mean to. Hold on. Right there. Limited Run Games. Their main page right here, you can see they do a lot of really cool stuff. They'll do collector's editions. They'll take old games and like right there, that's a Sega cartridge for Aero the Acrobat 2, right? There's a Super Nintendo cartridge for King of the Demons collector's edition. There's a Super Nintendo cartridge for Aero the Acrobat 2. Yeah, they do a lot of this kind of cool stuff, man, and this is the company that we're reading about right now. And so if you want to look at everything they have, I'll just go ahead and link you Limited Run Games. Pretty neat stuff that they do there. And I'll put this up in between that. New leak claims Genshin Impact developers' next game is Starry Sky Valley. That's MiHoYo, right? I think that's Genshin, correct? Since taking the world by storm with Genshin Impact developer HoYoverse has steadily dropped new games that have continued to bring great numbers. That includes Honkai Star Rail, upcoming Zenless Zone Zero. It looks pretty solid, actually. Obviously, we've yet to see the total impact Z3 will have. Its early tests have been very popular. Fortunately for fans of the developer, it doesn't seem like the team is slowing down anytime soon. Last year, a rumor started to go around that HoYoverse was working on an Animal Crossing-like game. Today, it was discovered that HoYoverse has registered a new trademark for a game called Starry Sky Valley. Many fans believe this is an Animal Crossing project. Interesting. Starry Sky Valley, huh? A Billy account is also registered. The news comes from Twitter user Deluc, who is a well-known source for Genshin Impact community about HoYoverse's many games. Let me see here. Yeah, who knows how long before this game will make it into our hands, or before we'll get more information on what it is exactly. But Zenless Zone Zero was first announced in 2022. Won't be out until later this year. So it just depends on where they're at in the timeline of this project right now. there's not a lot to be known about this, but it does look like this is one of their next big projects here, Starry Sky Valley. For anybody that's a fan of Hoyoverse, you know, and their projects, their products, I guess, their video games, then this is something to look forward to, I guess. So be aware of that. Does Final Fantasy VII Remake, do the saves transfer to the new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? So, after spending tens of hours, perhaps even triple digits, playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, I can't blame you if you want your save files to transfer to Rebirth. It's a lot of progress, character growth, and memories. So, does Final Fantasy VII Remake saves transfer to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on launch? Unfortunately, Square Enix confirmed that players cannot share progression between the games. You cannot transfer a save file. Any character, builds, gear, material you unlocked. That's probably materia. I don't think there's supposed to be an L on there. It's probably materia. Whoa, 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 whoa! What up, psych? You unlocked in Remake will be lost when starting a new game in Rebirth. Wait, what? What's a swear jar word? What are you talking about? Of course, you can always return to Remake and play your old save file anytime, but nothing carries over to Rebirth. The goal is to ensure Rebirth remains standalone while set in the same story and world, according to director Naoki Hamaguchi. Who said that? It's not all bad, however. Hamaguchi alluded to an unknown summon materia unlocked at the beginning of Rebirth for anyone with Final Fantasy VII Remake data. Oh, that's cool. Oh, neat. However, how powerful this materia is and what it does remains to be seen. It'll be a day one surprise for most. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That I understand why they did it this way, but I understand also why some people will feel a bit off-put by the fact that so much of your time spent in the first game won't, progression-wise, be brought over into the second. I kind of expected that a little bit, but I didn't know either, so that's good to know. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons Remake release date, gameplay, story, trailers. Play the remake of an iconic game. Here are the details for the remake of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, including its release date, gameplay, story, and trailer. I haven't seen really the remake trailer yet. Let's take a look at this. When is this? Let me see this. Hold on, man. What? Share progression between the games. You cannot.
I did not
unfortunately,
say.
Square Enix confirmed that players
I
cannot
stuttered. I stuttered while I was reading.
You cannot.
You need to knock it off. Nice try, buddy.
Confirmed that players cannot.
You're making fun of my speech impediment. You know what I mean? That's rude.
Jeez, dude.
I'm gonna have to quit stuttering so much, man. It's causing me to bonk the mods, dude.
What up, psych?
Sorry I was in a bad mood the other day, dude. It was a rough one. Yeah, that was a nice catch, though, dude. I was like, what's he talking about, man? I was like, what is he talking about, dude? Bro, I still have a headache. It's not totally gone. And this is going on like day 4 right now. It's much better than it was. But, dude, like 2 days in, it was really, it was causing some strife for me. So I do apologize. It was a rough go. I haven't had a headache last this long in a long time, and I was not my normal self on the stream, so I do apologize. And dude, that day, like, nothing was going right for the stream. My head was crushing. I had felt terrible for like 2 days. It was just I know that it had to be a rough thing to watch and be a part of. So I do apologize for my attitude and just not being my normal self. It sucked. It was rough, dude. So I know that was a rough thing to be a part of. So I'm sorry. Let's watch this real quick. This game was a banger. I watched my kids play this together actually, and it was really, really cool. The original was. It's not your fault, buddy. I appreciate it, but I just feel bad that I had such a rough day, and it was, I know it was rough to watch me be that way when I try to be pretty upbeat. You know me, dude. I try to be pretty upbeat. I try not to let things get to me too much and stuff. I know that was a rough look at me that day, so. True. This is a cool game. This is a nice like little co-op game and everything too. Pretty neat titled, man. Excuse me. A Tale of Two Sons remake has a release date of February 28th. It'll be available on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation, PC via Steam. Also on PS4, Xbox One, Series X and S, and the original game is available on PS4, Xbox One, Series X, and PC via Steam. Yeah. They've also got a trailer for the gameplay of the remake. Although the game is originally a single-player game, the remake introduces a local co-op mode. This mode allows 2 players to play together, with each player controlling one of the brothers. This game still retains most of its gameplay elements. Sadly, online play is still not available. Yeah. I'll let you read the rest of it if you're interested. But very cool game originally, and I'm guessing the remake will be solid too. You're in the Alps? Oh, that's sick, dude. Nice. Awesome. Oh, yeah. Let's see that stuff, dude. Nice. But that was dope. Oh, it was so nice here. Dude, the weather's turning over. I actually went for a jog yesterday, if you guys can believe that. My fat butt going out, taking a jog yesterday. It was like 65 degrees, dude. It was flipping beautiful. And I was like, it's getting there. I've still got like a tinge of it, but it's better than it had been. So this has been a rough one, man. I haven't had a headache like this in quite some time. So part of it might just be the weather, Part of it might be the weather. Yeah. Battle cakes, dude. The battle cakes and the man boobas, dude, were just, we were. Dude, them things was chunking around, dude, going on that jog yesterday. But then I stayed overnight in a hut, almost 6,900 feet in the mountain. Jesus. Yo, that's crazy. How cold was it, dude? How cold was it? It had to be chilly. But it felt good. I mean, dude, I need to get in shape. That's what, dude, it was such a nice day yesterday. I was like, I've got to go for a jog. I've got to go for a jog, man. I got to get my butt in shape. Probably cold. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too, bro. It's like, I had to be chilly, dude. I'm all like, bro, it's 65 degrees yesterday. Sykes like, dog, I slept at 6,900 feet. Not that bad, actually, really. Except at night, yeah. Oh, that's nice, dude. Yeah. I bet it did get cold at night, though, for sure. Yo, where's Soup at? This is Soup's Copium right here, man. Fresh GTA 6 leaks show exciting minigame and a new trailer date. Although it's at least 10 months before Happy Monday, by the way, guys. I hope anyways. I know Mondays kind of suck most of the time, but it's good to see you guys. Hope it's going well. We're going to have a good day here anyways, no matter what. Although it's at least 10 months before one of the most highly anticipated games of all time in Grand Theft Auto 6 will be released and available to play, the rumor mill is in full swing. Rockstar Games broke all sorts of YouTube records when it dropped the GTA 6 trailer back in December. Let's see. Yeah, they're talking about the PlayStation Pro console is potentially going to release around the same time. You knew it was just going to be a mini game. That's what Psych was, or not Psych, but Ferret was like. They make it sound like it's just going to be a mini game. You know, we'll have to start teasing Soup. We're like, hey, dude, we got an article saying that GTA 6 is just going to be a mini game. We'll have to start teasing Soup. You know, Soup will hate that. A number of new leaks and rumors have found their way onto the fascinating conveyor belt, including speculation as to when the latest trailer could be dropped, a release date, plus some of what's expected to be in the game. Suit by the $300 pre-purchase. Oh, you better believe, dude. They could charge $3,000 to pre-purchase this game, and Soup would buy it. Soup would buy this game, dude, at $3K. I have no doubt about it. GTA 6's next announcement is expected to be in May, before Take-Two's final quarter earnings call, where they will report full fiscal year 24 results and reveal their plans for the upcoming fiscal year of 25. So there's speculation that the latest announcement from Rockstar could be in May. It might include a trailer, but also says it could include screenshots and details of a release date instead. The thread continues that the chief financial officer at Take-Two is reported as saying fiscal year 25 is still looking huge with more than $7 billion in net bookings, with a groundbreaking pipeline hinting that GTA 6 is still on track to launch early that year. The May announcement doesn't necessarily have to be trailer 2, but could be new screenshots, pre-orders, or release dates similar to what Rockstar did with RDR2 when they announced the release date to be in spring of 2018, just a day before Take-Two's final quarter earnings call, the thread concludes. The latest batch of leaks and rumors to emerge don't end there, with some details of what will be included with the game itself appearing online. In November of last year, there was a Reddit user that predicted the track used in the trailer. It's also said some user revealed gameplay features too, such as a 3v3 basketball, dual-wielding weapons, gore, and dismemberment. Different color sunsets for Miami, where the game is based. It will be harder to carjack. The gameplay in the trailer is from an old build, and no one will know what the real map looks like until it comes out. Yeah, so that same user who was, well, look who's back, leaked some gameplay footage that featured potentially a bunch of this kind of stuff. Yeah, but these are just leaks and rumors at this time. No official things from Rockstar, obviously. So, there's going to be a lot of wild stuff in this game. You know, as wild as GTA 5 was, GTA 6 is going to be just off. Especially, dude, you have to expect that. Being set in Florida, best minigame ever. Yeah, you're right, Ferret. Yeah, you will. Yeah. It'd be like, oh, dude, if this is what mini games are, then bring me all the AAA mini games. You know, I need all the AAA mini games. You can have all the indie mini games. That'll be what Soup says. That's exactly what would go down. You're right, dude. Yeah. He likes to troll like that, you know. So as wild as GTA 5 was, we know 6 is going to be off the rails, and especially, I mean, dude, you have to expect it being set in Florida, dude. Being set in Florida, for sure. Florida's a wild place, dude. For those that don't know, across the world, Florida is one of those places that is iconic for just wild stuff here in the U.S., man. There you go, Ferret. Perfect, dude. Perfect, dog. Yo, the essence, the spirit of Soup lives on in the community even when he's not here. You know, it's fantastic. Wrath, Aeon of Ruin, release date, gameplay, story, and trailers. Yo, dude, psych. I can't wait to see some of those pics, dude. That's gonna be awesome. Did you already get any of them in there? Not yet. Let me know, dude, because I really want to see that. Definitely not just once in Florida. Not yet. Yeah, that's cool, dude. No worries. It's not a rush. But I'm really excited to see that, dude. That's cool. Wrath, Aeon of Ruin, release date, gameplay, story, and trailers. Okay. It's got like a Doom quality to it there in that pic, doesn't it? Rid the world of the Guardians who have fallen into corruption. Here are the details of For Wrath, Aeon of Ruin, including its release date, gameplay, story, and trailer. Releases on February 27th. Let's take a look at this. Oh, it's definitely got that, Jeebus. It's got that, that old school, that retro, Doom vibe, doesn't it? Yeah. That retro shooter, that retro FPS Doom vibe to it. Dude, the retro FPS games have definitely made a huge comeback, man. It's crazy. Anyone heard anything about the Florida Joker's lawsuit? Nah, I think that all kind of died out. I see things every once in a while. Explode with blood? Yeah. Their bones are filled with blood. Yeah. They're not normal skeletons. Yeah, that's marrow blood. The full version has a release date of February 27th, available on PC via Steam and GOG. Let's get that popping. Boop. Way too smart. Yeah, bro. The game's official website hints at a Nintendo, Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation release for the game, but no release date for console is currently available. Early access for the game started back in November of 2019 with an initial release date of early 2021. After various delays, the game's full release is finally coming out. Wrath, Aeon of Ruin gameplay. The game is a first-person shooter heavily inspired by Quake and is actually made in the Quake engine. As such, it brings with it quite a lot of gameplay features prevalent in Quake games. This primarily includes fast-paced combat, although the game does introduce light role-playing elements. Instead of a linear level progression like other Quake-style first-person shooter games, the player can explore hub worlds, each with their own themes. Each hub has five levels, whose designs are based on the theme of the hub they are connected to. As with most first-person shooter games, players will have to fight multiple enemies and bosses in these stages. Saving in each level is possible, but requires a resource called Soul Tether. Similar to the ink ribbons of old Resident Evil games, players will use up a soul tether whenever they want to save. Players can save wherever they want as long as they have soul tethers in their inventory. They can also carry over soul tethers from level to level so players can just stockpile them for harder levels. Dude, I would run out so fast. You know how much like muscle memory I get for just like saving all? Dude, I'll be saving every 2 minutes. But F5. Dude, I'd run out so fast. I wouldn't have any left. As for weaponry, players currently have access to 9 weapons. The weapons are varied, ranging from wrist-mounted melee weapons to enemies that require players to remove cysts and teeth from corpses. Enemies that provide ammo in this way are usually resistant to said ammo, so players will have to adjust their weapon use accordingly. Players also have access to artifacts that provide offensive and defensive enhancements. This allows the player to change how they play or to select artifacts that match their current play style. At launch, the developers plan to add a basic deathmatch multiplayer mode into the game. The multiplayer mode is based on the Quake World netcode. Sick, dude! Developers also mentioned that more multiplayer options will be added at later dates, including the ability to play a 4-player co-op campaign. Nice. The entire story is down here at the bottom if you guys want to read it. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah. No worries, Syke. No worries. Have to unbind your F5 for quick save. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, I really would. Here, let me do this. Where was that, dude? Where was that? This is for you, Syke. There you go, buddy.
Now that we're friends, is it okay if I pet you?
Thanks, dude.
If you guys didn't see this from Syke earlier.
OutsiderAntics just gifted 1 subs.
Yo, Peter got it. Nice, dude. Peter got it. Star Wars Dark Forces remaster, release date, gameplay, and story. A remaster of the fight against the Empire. We saw that a lot of the stuff was coming to Switch, you know. Fight back against the Empire and avenge your parents. Here are the details for Star Wars Dark Forces remaster, including the release date, gameplay, and story. Here, we can watch this real quick. We'll watch this. Ferret's hype, boy. Ferret's hyped up. Wait, what? Wait, what happened? Oh, because it was a .move file. Oh, not sure how. Yeah. Was it supposed to be? Probably an MP4. I think that's probably what would work better. I think, anyways. Let me take a look at this.
The Emperor has approved your test demonstration, General Mock.
Probably an
5
MP4
days ago,
dude
the
would
Empire
work.
attacked one of
I'm
our
guessing.
secret bases. Intelligence thinks that this may be an act of retaliation for the destruction of the Death Star.
Speaking of retro FPS games, right? It's Star Wars Doom, dude. Yeah. If you didn't see, check out that link that I replied to right there with the golf clap. Psych kind of trolled me out there a little bit. Psych trolled me out a little bit. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. So I couldn't help but appreciate it enough with a gifty. Star Wars Dark Forces remaster reveal trailer has a release date of February 28th. Be available on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X and S, Switch, and PC via Steam. So we've been seeing like a ton of these old Star Wars games being brought back into fruition for remasters and things like that for modern consoles, modern platforms, and unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like we're ever going to get the remake of Coder. You know, feel like Embracer really probably botched that one pretty bad. You know, that doesn't surprise me much coming from Embracer, but this game is a first-person shooter with the original game raising the bar for first-person shooters of the time. Game focuses on combat against various characters and creatures that are present in the Star Wars universe. It is a linear shooter with each stage containing objectives that the player must accomplish. The game contains mechanics that one would expect from a first-person shooter. This includes weapon variety. Players have access to a variety of weapons ranging from landmines, blasters, and even the player's fists. All weapons except for fists require ammunition, something that players will have to collect in the form of power-ups. Additionally, all weapons except the fist have secondary modes that do a different thing. This opens the player up to a variety of options on how to take down enemies. Various power-ups and puzzles, and you take control of Kyle Katarn, a mercenary who originally wanted to enter a career in agricultural mechanics. Quite the pivot. Imagine this storyline. After his parents are supposedly killed by the rebels, he ends up joining the Imperial Academy with a hatred for the Rebel Alliance. This is like every Star Wars story. The parents die. He wanted to be a farmer. Not really, but it does have some similarities, doesn't it? While working with the rebels, they discover the existence of the Dark Trooper Project. Katarn is sent to put a stop to it before said project wreaks havoc throughout the galaxy. There you go, man. Wonder why they didn't have a target reticle. It might be an option. Might be an option in the game. Maybe. Right? Could be. Could be something you can turn on and off, potentially. Yeah. Dark Troopers were a pain to fight, were they? Yeah. I never played this one, dude. So, interesting. That's the news, man. It's been kind of bleak on the front of the news the past couple of days. So I don't know. It's okay. It happens from time to time, especially maybe like at the end of the week and the beginning of the new week. So sometimes Sunday through Monday and stuff, it can get a little bit bleak for us on the front of the news, and it's just the way it's kind of gone this week, and that's all right, man. We're gonna go play games. And we're gonna have a. Oh my God, I'm beautiful. Act like you don't like that. Not scary, beautiful. We're gonna go play some more of our Nightingale playthrough. Keep trying to progress and see what we get into. Thanks, Ferret. Appreciate it, buddy. See what we can get into, see what we can keep progressing with, and keep finding out about the game, and I'll keep giving my sentiments about what I've experienced so far. I don't necessarily think that this is worth diving into for most people right now. It needs work. But that's one of the reasons I do what I do, right? Get to do those during Nightingale? Well, hopefully. We'll see, man. Last time we tried it during Nightingale, it was bugging out, but we'll see. It feels like Nightingale, it's like the longer I play that game, it almost feels like there might be a memory leak in it or something, which ends up affecting some of our integrations. But, it is what it is. We'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. The game itself it's got its issues. I think the premise behind it was very intriguing. It is an intriguing thing. The different realms and stuff like that. Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, whatever that hotkey setup was, the macro for it definitely accessed that info screen. That was kind of wild. I don't even know what that specific hotkey press was. I would have to go look at it. But I don't know. We'll keep playing it a little bit more. We'll just keep. I want to keep progressing and see what else we get into and see what else the game has to offer, at least for a little bit longer. Before I give my full breakdown or review and advice on what people can expect, in my opinion, from the game. I haven't looked at other people's reviews. I don't want to be influenced by it or anything, but we'll keep giving it a little bit more play time, and I've been breaking it down quite often already to try and let people know what I've been experiencing. Some of it's good. There's some that's pretty bad too, so I don't know. Oh, yo, thanks, Psych. Awesome, man. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to go play some more of the gameplay for Nightingale. It'll be a good time. We've been having fun with it anyways. It's just got some rough edges, and sometimes it feels a bit trudgy. But it's been fun anyways, and we'll have some more fun with it. Who knows? Maybe we'll end the day today with some community stuff and on some front. It could be Rogue Heroes, could be just some FPS stuff, could be who knows what, but we'll get some Nightingale in here first. So to everybody that was here for the news segment, you guys rock. Appreciate it. Everybody that's always here and part of what we do, you're amazing. Thank you very much. Ferret, thanks for helping me figure out the mic stuff this morning. Appreciate it. And to anybody that's just not quite accustomed and aware of how we do things around here, this is the way we start off all of our streams. We dive into video gaming news at the beginning of all of our streams, 6 days a week. Every day but Wednesday we're live, and it's always a thing we do to begin our stream days with trying to stay current with what's happening in the industry, promote the better side of the industry, the companies that are doing us right, and shine a spotlight on maybe the industry, the companies in the industry that are doing us wrong, trying to promote a healthier industry and place for us all the way around as video game consumers and video game lovers, right? So after that, we go play games for the rest of the day. We got an amazing community here of awesome individuals that are always a part of what we do and trying to spread good vibes, have a good time, enjoying video games, but creating a substantial, long-lasting community here about just, you know, having a place where people can feel welcome and accepted and lean on one another whenever we need it, and be void of toxicity and negativity, be understanding, civil about things, and if you can dig that, we would love to have you come be a part of it whenever we are live, man. Always looking for more good peoples to be a part of what we do here and spread the good vibes, man. So other than that, man, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. I hope this start to your week has been good. And I'm going to run us an outro real quick to kind of sum up this news segment. But as soon as that's over, I will be right back up here. We're not going anywhere, and we will start playing games, all right? You guys rock. I'll see you in a second.